Alright guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about a new method that we tried for managing our crop residue, and actually how we took advantage of the crop residue this year, and the way that we handled the amount of crop residue on the top of our dirt versus in previous years. Back then when my dad was a kid, um, what they would do is they would take a chopper across all of their corn stalks, and they would also take it across their wheat stubble as well. This eliminated most of the crop residue on top so that the tillage tool that they pulled did not plug up. And for those of you who grew up back then in the basically it goes way back, but for those of you who grew up um, way back in the day, and what I mean by way back in the day is I mean like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, that time. Everybody pulled a moldboard plow across all of their dirt after the crops were taken out. Now, this tool, according to my dad, who spent countless hours pulling a plow, said that this plow, or the plow, was known for plugging up with corn stalks if it was thick. Now, I have never personally pulled a moldboard plow before because we haven't pulled one in years, but yes, he would tell me that it would plug up with corn stalks a lot, especially when it was thick. Now, I'm assuming the plow did pretty good in wheat stubble, um, seeing as how there wasn't a lot of residue on top. And depending on how much residue was left, depended on if the stubble was going to be baled or not. If the straw was going to be baled, more of the wheat stubble was taken. If it was not going to be baled, then a lot of it was left in the field and the stubble was taller. So I'm assuming the reason that they would chop the residue was because with the years that they didn't bale the straw was the years that they chopped it because the stubble was taller. But anyways, they would go across, getting back to the tillage, they would go across with their acreage with all the plow. Um, and then they would go across the acreage with a disc. Now, for those of you who pulled a plow before, know that there is very, very, very big clumps of dirt involved when it came to plowing. So farmers would go back across their dirt with a disc to break up those clods. So what we've covered so far basically tells you that there were many trips made across the field after the crop was taken off. One trip to chop, one trip to plow, one trip to disc. So yeah, many trips were made across the field to get it properly worked up. Now, a new, well, I shouldn't say new, it's been happening for a very long time, but it's still very rare, is no-till. What we did this year is we took a vertical tillage disc that had a blower mounted on the top of the disc, and it had rye seed in it. So we went across all of our acreages, well, not all of it, we went across 200 acres of corn stalks with the vertical tillage disc and blower, and we put down rye. Now basically just picture the strips in here that don't have the rye in them, fill those in with rye, and that was what our field looked like. It was nothing but pure rye everywhere. So after the rye got about this height, we went back through with our sprayer and we killed it. And after we killed it, we didn't touch it. We didn't work it. We didn't do anything to it. Come springtime, we went back through with our planter. We had to take the row cleaners off, and we no-tilled through the rye. And to be honest, we really liked it. The only thing that we noticed about the no-till was the weed pressure was really high. Now, whether that was because it had never been no-tilled before or didn't get sprayed during the fall, I really don't know why, but basically everything that got no-tilled through the rye had really high weed pressure. I really don't know why, but it did. So overall, we really liked no-tilling through the rye this year. We thought the beans came up really good. They look really good, and we're planning on doing 225 acres of it this upcoming year. Um, so yeah, we tried no-tilling through cover crops for the first time, and we really liked it. So for those of you who have no-tilled in the past or have a lot of experience with no-tilling, please leave your feedback down in the comments below. And thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe as usual. And for those of you that have began harvest, I hope all is going well, and I hope all continues to go well until you are done. We have about 3 weeks until we're going to be in the field. So thanks again for watching, guys, and take care.